Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Mikel Arteta has been charged by the FA for his comments after the loss to Newcastle a couple of weeks ago. This is an absolute disgrace. A statement has come out from an FA spokesperson saying Mikel Arteta has been charged with a breach of FA rules following comments he made in interviews after Arsenal's Premier League game against Newcastle on Saturday. It is alleged that his comments constitute misconduct as they are insulting towards match officials and are detrimental to the game being and could bring the game into disrepute. What a crock of shit. I'm sorry. It is alleged that his comments constitute misconduct and are insulting towards match officials and could be detrimental to the game. It's insulting to football fans. The sheer volume of disgustingly bad officiating we've had this season, and it is having a detrimental effect on football in this country. Are we banning referees? Are we charging referees? A manager, after a really important game where he's blatantly been robbed, comes out and actually is honest, and the dictatorship, censorship of this bloody football league leads to him being charged. I mean, I said it on Twitter. Fans should be uniting behind this. It's an absolute disgrace. We've seen certain ex-player pundits on the gravy train jumping behind the PGMOL and the FA on this. Fans need to have a voice on this, and they don't have one because it's just a complete and utter dictatorship. You know, this is the way it's going to be. Everybody needs to get behind it. No! I stand with Mikel Arteta on this, and I stood with Jurgen Klopp on this, and I'd stand with Ten Hag if he said something as well. This is a bloody disgrace. We've seen Wolves apologise to, Brighton losing points this season, Liverpool having an onside goal not given, Arsenal as well, Man United have been on the end of some abysmal decision-making, and a manager comes out in the heat of the battle and says, it's a disgrace what happened to my team today. He gets charged for insulting match officials and being detrimental to the game, and yet the officials that caused it, we get some bloody cover-up that they made the right decision. Oh, look, we can see two hands on the back, but it's not enough to be a foul. This is an absolute disgrace. I'm outraged by this. And I cannot understand the football fan that sits with Howard Webb, the cheap PGML, the FA, Michael Owen and everybody else that sits with them and says it's right that Mikel Arteta gets charged for being bloody honest. And if, even if Mikel Arteta was wrong, he shouldn't be charged. What are we doing to football in this country? Destroying the beautiful game is what we are doing. Bad decisions that take ages are slowing the game down and ruining it. And then if you speak out against it, they try and shut you down. It's an absolute disgrace. And I don't understand why any genuine football fan isn't calling it. Because even if you don't sympathise with Arteta, do you not sympathise with what happened to Liverpool? Do you not sympathise with what happened to Brighton, Chelsea, Wolves and every other team that's been a victim of this, not only this season, but last season? The PGMOL and the FA should be seriously bringing in independent regulators and doing a review of what is a shit show over the course of the last 2 months. They shouldn't be wasting their time charging Mikel Arteta. They should be putting all their resources into solving what is absolutely incompetent. That's what they should be doing. But this is the behaviour of an authoritarian, censorship-driven dictatorship. This is basically, we're not doing anything wrong, and anybody that calls us out, let's shut them down. History is littered with these sorts of mistakes by organisations, where they don't look inwards, they look outwards. And then when people are critical of them, they won't do anything about it because they spend all the time doing that. It's like a burger chain serving up burgers that are making people ill. And instead of looking at the burgers they're making, they're spending money and time shutting up the people who are complaining. And this is basically the definition of what's going on in this country at the moment. They're spending no time looking inwards and all their time shutting people up without realising that the people are speaking out are right to complain. The hypocrisy, again, is incredible. To charge Mikel Arteta for bringing the game into disrepute and being insulting and disrespectful to the officials, flip it around, They're bringing the game into disrepute. All these minutes being added on, all these ridiculous consistency where in one game it's a foul, in another it's not. All this massive mistakes that are costing teams money because they're costing them points. Interfering in title races. Liverpool are in a bloody title race. They've lost 3 points already. Arsenal were in a title race last year. They lost 3 points because of your incompetence. And yet they flip it around with their terrible PR and put it onto Mikel Arteta, who is apparently a disgrace, who is apparently bringing the game into disrepute. This is a manager in a title race under huge pressure, asked a question after a game where anybody, no matter what side of the fence you're on, could understand being that manager. Even if you think Gabriel wasn't fouled, which I still find incredible, put yourself in Mikel Arteta's shoes. That's a controversial decision. There is no manager of Arsenal that's looking at that and going, to be fair, he hasn't pushed him hard enough. Come on, have a word with yourself. Even if you don't bloody like Arsenal, imagine you're Mikel Arteta, you've conceded a goal where the ball might have gone out and somebody's pushed your defender in the back. You're not going to sit there and go, oh, well, it's fine. We've got to respect the PGMOL and the FA and just get on with it. You're going to come out and say something. You're going to be frustrated. And to charge him for that, it's the same prats who charged Tuchel and Conte last year for shaking hands a little bit too hard. I loved it. I love the passion. I want more of the passion. I want more of this passion in football. I want to see this. I want to see honesty, integrity. I want to see that because I tell you what, we are lacking honesty and integrity in our game at the moment as it descends into farce. Absolutely outrageous. Absolutely disgusting. And I tell you what, there is an argument here. There is a debate here. And it's just about how much fans want to push it. Because I see what is to me authoritarianism. I can't even get the word out. Just the powers that be shutting everybody down. No manager's going to speak out now. We are creating iRobot League. We are creating robots. You know, if you say anything or do anything, you will be charged. Whilst we can do what we bloody well like. Absolute disgusting. Where's the humanity in this? Where's the realism in this? Where's the passion in this? Where's the accountability in this? Where's the fairness in this? This is just dictatorship. And you know what? It's 2023, people. It's 2023. We should be living in a democratic Premier League where everybody has the right to express an opinion and not be shut down because the powers want to carry on with their own incompetence. I'm disgusted by it. I'm going to leave it to you. Get your comments in. I've said my bit, but I think this is wrong. I think it's a step in the wrong direction. And I think there is a massive issue in our Premier League at the moment around officiating, around how long games are taking, around how long decisions are making, about the inconsistency from one game to another, how many big games have been ruined this season, how many games have been ruined this season, and they're wasting energy going after managers who've called them out. They should be looking inside. It's not good enough. I don't think it's good enough. Smash the like on the video and subscribe. Get your comments in below. I'll speak to you all in a bit.